What's good, y'all? It's your boy Yatta.
It's your boy Sam.
You tuning into another episode of the Envelope Pushers.
Yes,
Want to tell me what the
sir.
Envelope Pusher is?
Got you. So an envelope pusher is outer limits or to surpass normal limits or to attempt something viewed as radical. So I'm a little different today. So a little different
New
today.
definition every week. You feel me?
Yes, sir. Trying to have it that way.
For sure. All right, so for today's episode, right, we're gonna talk about cryptocurrency, right? And I know
Big
y'all have
topic.
heard about it by now. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe a year ago, maybe it was a little new, but it's everywhere now, ain't it?
Yeah, it's hard to escape. I mean, it's left and right now. Wherever you go, you're gonna hear about it, especially if you're on social media. I feel like I get a notification or I hear a story about some crypto every day. So it's only right that we spoke on it. Also, go back and listen to our last podcast. We talked about NFTs on there. So this kind of blends in and is another topic kind of connected to that and to this digital world that we're going into. So
Yeah, for sure. Like our last episode and this episode definitely go hand in hand. You know what I'm saying? So if you like last episode, you kind of interesting. Like this definitely gonna put it all together. You feel me?
Facts. This is something big right here. Now everybody need to either be in it, and y'all heard about it, and some of y'all, what was it, FOMO? What that stand for, y'all?
Oh, fear of missing out.
Yeah, I know a lot of people is getting FOMO right now, seeing how much folks is making off of meme coins, as they like to call it, and stuff like that. So
I know for sure. I'm not gonna lie. I had a little bit of that with Dogecoin. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying, or Doggy Coin or whatever.
yeah. But there, with the dog looking sideways like that, yeah, I'm getting a little bit of FOMO, man. But it's okay. I'm just starting to learn what crypto is, and we'll get into more of that later on in the episode. But I'm kind of getting FOMO, but then too, I don't completely understand it, so I can't really have that fear if I don't understand it, because I might be in a world of pain, and that's why we're here today. We're gonna talk about crypto, and hopefully y'all get to learn with me. So
For sure. All right, so basically, cryptocurrency, right? We got a couple of definitions, and cryptocurrency is it's a digital currency that can be used to buy goods and services, but uses an online ledger with a strong cryptography to secure online transactions, right? And also a thing about cryptocurrency, right? It's decentralized, you know what I'm saying? So my best way of explaining that is like it cuts out the middleman, you know what I'm saying? So usually when you buy a product, right, like let's say this do-rag, for example, right? This is also double R rags, you know what I'm saying? Boondocks do-rag. They got all kinds of cool stuff. So if you like it, check out double R rags. But it's like it's cut out the middleman. So usually when you buy something, it's like let's say you buy something online, it's usually you, but then the money you're using is at the bank, you know what I'm saying? So it's like from you to the bank, then whatever you're buying, you know what I'm saying? But with cryptocurrency, it's like a way, like it cuts out the middleman, right? It takes like the two people that want to exchange money, it just goes between them, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not controlled by like a bank or anything like that. It's not controlled by like a fiat currency, you feel me?
Yep.
And that's basically what decentralized is. Kind of like, so another example I'll give is I guess like media or like news, right? There was a time where the only place you could really get news from, like a long time ago, was like if you saw like on the news, right, something like that, or if you got on like a newspaper. But that was really the only way. But when the internet came about, right, now we have like a whole new way. It kind of decentralized media in a way, you know what I'm saying? We can get it through all other sources, right? It's not controlled by just one outlet or one source, you feel me?
Yeah, and I like that you brought up the news and also the internet. The internet was super huge in the early 2000s when it came, or late 1990s. In that boom, and a lot of people saying that we experiencing that same boom currently with crypto. So early on, even with the internet, people were investing into the internet, investing into platforms like .com. People were buying a lot of domains.
That was huge.
Yeah, people were buying a lot of domains, and people made a lot of money off of buying them, and buying those up. And crypto is kind of experiencing the same thing right now. And so that it's big that we talking about it. But that is the definition. I do want to ask Kenyatta, how do you feel about cryptos right now and everything that's going on with them?
Honestly, so if you would have asked me a couple months ago, I'd have been a little skeptical, you know what I'm saying? But I see it as like, I feel like it's going to be the future. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like there's been so much like not only like news around it, because just because there's news around something don't necessarily mean like it's that, you know, it just could
Yeah.
be everybody just has to be talking about it. But like I see some banks are getting into it, and not only that, but people are really wanting like a way to get straight, I don't know, like cut out the middleman. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like a huge thing people say. You feel me? And it's really intriguing to people. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
they don't necessarily might not have to deal with the banks. They can just deal with, you know, whoever they buying stuff from, right? Just straight from the lender. You are not the lender, but the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just straight from the person. But and not only that, but like with blockchain technology too, like I know we talked about last episode, we talked about NFTs and blockchain technology,
Mm-hmm.
and there's things like smart contracts, and I think it'll revolutionize the way we buy things, and like buy even like properties and things of that nature. And I think once it gets into that, then it'll be over with. Like once people
Yeah.
are really like starting to normalize like smart contracts and buying like houses with it, then I think it's just a wrap from there. Like it's the future.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely the future. Um, when I first heard about crypto, I think it was Bitcoin. I first heard about that was last year over the pandemic during lockdown. I
Mm-hmm.
first heard about Bitcoin, and I feel like why it's been such a boom, especially with crypto and this whole digital platforms and everything like that, and digital currency, is because we were on lockdown. And I think the pandemic made us realize how, advanced we do need to come, like as far as how we spend money and how we use money. The pandemic put a lot of people in a lot of financial crisis. Putting your money in banks, you oftentimes lose money due to inflation if you hold it in there. And crypto kind of combats that in fighting inflation, especially like Bitcoin. Uh, but people used to put their money into gold. People don't really buy gold that much, or it's not as popular, but it still kind of holds that value. But that's also fighting inflation as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that this is one of those times where we need to jump on the wave early, even though it may seem a little late. This is still baby stages. Um, really, to be honest, it's
Right.
really still only baby stages. Like how big this can get on, how big cryptocurrency can get. This is baby stages. This is nothing yet. So don't feel too discouraged if you don't understand anything just yet. But that's kind of how I came into it and how I'm kind of learning to understand it. It is a great way. People are making a lot of money off this stuff, especially the meme ones. And we got a couple of stories on those, but people are making a lot of money through Bitcoin and holding on to this wealth, and uh, also just holding on to the Bitcoin, because one day that's going to be used up. But then we also venture out to other coins that may have way more availability than Bitcoin, but that people are still holding and still making a lot of money. So um, it's amazing. It's a crazy time to try to learn something that's going to make you a lot of money, uh, and quite easily, so to say.
For sure. And what you said about Bitcoin, right? Like how one day it's gonna be like I don't know, like they're not gonna create anymore, right? So
Yeah.
Bitcoin actually, if people are wondering, because one of the biggest things about currency, and a lot of people who study currency and passionate about that, is that they know how like the dollar is really no value. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Like it's just paper at this point. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Because they just keep printing more, printing more. You know what I'm saying? And the basis of it was supposed to be backed by gold and silver and things like that, but we know they don't. We know it's not really backed by that anymore. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? They just
Exactly.
printing stuff out, right? Sending money out. But Bitcoin actually has there's only going to be 21 million coins ever created,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I don't know if we'll see the hard cap in our lifetime. I'm not sure. Depends how big this Bitcoin gets, but yeah, like that's like what they're setting for the cap. So after that, there's not going to be any more. So what's out there is going to be like what's out there. You know, it's not just like a thing that holds no value. You feel me?
Yeah.
And that's also what gives it value, is because there's only going to be a certain amount.
Yeah. So
They don't just keep making them.
go ahead and grab you some Bitcoin, because for one, not only it's limited, but also two, that this is Bitcoin is essentially the face of crypto. Am I wrong? Like it's
Yeah,
pretty
it's the
much
most popular.
it's the most popular, and it's pretty much the face of crypto currently.
I think it's the first. I think it was the first one too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so
Think of it
imagine,
first.
a Google or something. You know what I'm saying? This is, we're watching it early on. Like this is a Google hitting the internet or something like that. And do your research on Bitcoin. It has a crazy story. I believe there's like there's no solidified who's the creator of Bitcoin. People are making coins
There's like a
every.
name. It's what's his name? It's like something Yakamoto or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
it's a real mysterious thing. It's crazy. Like
Yeah,
that's something I'm gonna have to do more research on myself. But
yeah, it's crazy because nobody knows who he is. A few people have some guesses on who he is, but
mhm.
um, it's wild. I think that's another thing that people invest into. This coin, this cryptocurrency has a story behind it, and since there is no official creator, it can't be stopped. Essentially, this is something that's pretty much kind of government proof. Um, uh, and that's why a lot of people are liking it, especially people who make a lot of money, the people who make millions and billions, because people can't interfere with it. So
For sure. And there's also like I'm sure you're wondering like what the governments think about this, right? And basically like I said about it being decentralized, they really can't stop it. You know what I'm saying? Like the supply is just not at one source, right? It's everywhere.
it's
You know,
everywhere.
it's really the people. You know what I'm saying? It makes it decentralized. But I think in Nigeria, I think Bitcoin is banned or something like that.
That's
And
crazy.
I think in India too, I think they're trying to ban it or if they have, but so there is governments that are trying to
They trying to.
yeah, they're trying to stop it. In some of those places, I think Bitcoin is worth like I want to say it's more because like it's harder to find or something like that. Like there's like
Mm-hmm.
different markets like that. You know what I'm saying? Like depending on your country. But yeah. So some governments are definitely fighting it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because they don't like the idea because they want full control. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? They want all control of wealth and money and you feel me? Like this is not stuff they
They need a
like, but
piece of that pie.
yeah, right. But there's really nothing they can do about it. So now we're starting to see big banks and institutions investing in it, right? Because if you can't beat them, join them. You feel me?
Yeah,
It's basically what it is. So,
yeah.
so
And cryptocurrency is starting to come a long way. I know a few companies are starting to accept cryptocurrencies as a form of payment. I think
I think
Mark
Tesla did, right?
Tesla,
Hmm.
also Mark Cuban from the Dallas Mavericks. I think that's
Yeah,
his.
he's the owner of Dallas Mavericks.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think he was accepting cryptocurrency as a form of payment as well. And I know there's a few more places that are accepting cryptocurrencies as forms of payment. So it's starting to slowly come. It's not, fully there. Some of these cryptocurrencies don't really have much of a use yet, sort of say, but um, they're slowly being implemented by these companies as these companies are investing into the coins and different currencies.
Yeah,
So I wanted to point that out too.
and something interesting. One of those coins, right, is like probably one you've seen all in the news all last week and the week before and the week before. Is this Doggy coin or
Yeah,
Dogecoin, right?
Dogecoin. Yeah,
And if y'all follow Dr. Boyce Watkins, right, he's been going hard on it. You know what I'm saying? And he's doing like an experiment with it, you know what I'm saying? Because he was going hard on it. A lot of people were arguing with him about it. So,
yeah,
he's like, all right, I'm gonna do an experiment, right? I'm gonna see what happens. But basically Dogecoin, there's no cap. So remember I talked about Bitcoin having like a cap, which
hmm,
makes something valuable. Dogecoin is no cap. It's almost kind of like a joke, I guess. Like even I
yeah,
think Elon Musk was talking about that, right? But these people are promoting it because once they see a lot of people buying it and prices go up, like they're gonna be making a lot of money. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Mark Cuban too.
yep,
You feel me? But
yep,
that's also something to watch out for, right? Because what gives something value is that like not everybody can just have it. You know what I'm saying? Like
yep.
things that are like when a shoe release comes out, like they're expensive because they only make like a certain amount. Like you can't just go to the store and get unlimited pairs. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? That's something that gives it value.
I
So
think that was a great analogy. But even to go further, like I believe the shoe, also the reseller who was marking up the shoe for another amount. So even with Dogecoin, like, hey, it doesn't have a cap on it, but everybody's investing it, boosting it up essentially, and people are trying to jump in now, getting that FOMO, as you would say, or as others would say, but Dogecoin is crazy to me. Just watching it, how it moves, and just seeing how much money people are making off of essentially a meme coin. It did start off as a joke, but I think a few mentions from like Elon Musk, and also I believe when GameStop was going through all that stuff, I think that also helped it with like as far as smaller people or just jokes coming into fruition and being real.
Mm-hmm.
So when GameStop's stock market got boosted up by a Reddit group, you know, it was basically a joke, but it turned into something substantial that made the news everywhere. And I feel, you know, Dogecoin is kind of the same way. As, you know, it started out as a joke, but, you know, more people kept investing into it to where it has become a serious, you know, a serious coin, and people are making a lot of money off of it, which is crazy. These people are making good, like they're making money off of it, which is wild. You know, I don't fully understand how coins work. So, you know, but I know people are, you know, getting that money. Some are pulling out, some are still holding on, seeing how long they can take Doge to the moon, or whatever people be saying. But yeah, so
For real. And at the end, I'm gonna give y'all a crazy statistic about Dogecoin. So like if y'all want to hear it, I gotta wait till the end. You feel me? But y'all gonna be amazed. Like y'all gonna be like, wow, like I maybe should have put money into this thing, because I'm also thinking the same thing. I'm like, dang, like I feel stupid.
yeah.
You know, like, I feel that a lot of times. Like if I look at like a stock or like a crypto, and I knew about it back then, but I just never invested, and I'm like, dang, like why didn't I just put money into it? You know,
it's one of those days. Even if it was like $20 or something. But I did want to ask, do you have any money in crypto? Do you have any cryptocurrency of your own?
Yeah, I do. I have some Bitcoin.
Okay.
That's the first one I invested in because I was like the most popular, right? And it's on Coinbase, and Coinbase is like the most popular crypto market in America right now.
Yes.
So if y'all looking to get crypto, I'd get it on there. I know you can get it on Cash App and Robinhood, but I think Coinbase is definitely a better platform than them.
Yeah. Shout out to Nas with that with the Coinbase
Oh,
investment. I think he put about $100,000 to $200,000 in and came out with over 100 M's, something crazy.
mm-hmm.
Some
Yeah.
crazy investment. That guy. I don't know if you heard the new song with him and Jay-Z. Sorry for talking about entertainment on this episode, but
It's
when
all
I
good.
hear, you know, Nas and Jay-Z, they start talking that boss talk, you know, I like to listen closely. But he said he was like the cryptocurrency Scarface or something, like stock market Scarface, something like.
He said I'm Coinbase, basically
Yeah,
cryptocurrency Scarface. You
yeah,
know what I'm
yeah, yeah,
saying?
yeah. That's crazy.
Hey, go on our page too. I made like a little cool little infographic. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want to see that, and I
Yes.
put a little some information on like his investment, right? But yeah, like Sam said, you know, he invested in Coinbase, and yeah, it exploded. You know, like Nas also invested in the Ring doorbell and stuff like that. Like
Yeah,
these rappers are not stupid, y'all. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like they making investments. You feel
They
me?
starting to
And
put
it's
they.
paying off. You
Yeah,
know.
I think they starting to put their money where their mouth is, and I think I can see
Mm-hmm.
it now. Like the tiers, like a lot of them starting out with the real estate investments and moving their money that way, and then it goes into technology investments and things of that nature, and being part of angel investing. It's getting serious, but Coinbase is definitely huge right now.
For sure. And a couple other ones, right? So another one is Binance. I think that's the biggest like international market for crypto. I think that's like a
Yeah.
China. I believe it's like one that's based in China, but Binance is also a place, and then crypto.com. So those are like some big, like three major platforms people are buying crypto.
Yeah. And I would say if
Y'all
you
interested?
do like if you go on Binance, make sure I think it's Binance US, and I
Yeah.
think that's how we can use it here in the United States,
Mm-hmm.
at least. Yep.
Yeah, you got to be careful. You don't want to get locked out of your account or nothing crazy. You feel me? So,
Yeah, exactly.
but yeah, I got Bitcoin. That's when I first started out with,
Okay.
and Ethereum, right? We talked about that in the last episode too, like how
Yes.
Ethereum was actually being put to use, right, with
Yes. Yes.
NFTs and smart contracts, because that's like a blockchain crypto.
Mm-hmm.
And so is Stellar, right? And I also have Stellar.
And this is why I say, you know, we say go back and listen to our other podcasts, even if you miss something, because when Yatta told me about Ethereum, I never heard of it before last week. He was giving me the numbers on it. And of course, I'm still learning. I'm still on my journey to understanding this stuff. So when he was telling me about it, and then, you know, this week I did more research, more studying, and then I actually realized how big Ethereum is. I was like, okay, he wasn't just, giving me the talk. And I know he's not just going to give me the talk or the talk around, but I was like, okay. And now I'm starting to piece it together on how big these platforms and how big these currencies are. So,
For sure. In Ethereum, I think if you watched that episode, I was talking about how Ethereum made a big jump. And I think it was around like 2000 or something like that. Like it made like a jump to like 2,500, something crazy like that. And I was in the 3,000s, I think, last time I checked. So even since that last episode, Ethereum went up like at least $1,000, $1,200 or something like that. So
crazy.
yeah, this stuff is picking up. What's another one? Cardano, right? I heard Cardano's a good one. I had some of that.
I think I
And
seen
then Cardano, that's a popular one. Chainlink too.
that.
You know what I'm saying? That's one. And see, here's one. So I haven't invested in it yet. I gotta find a place to. But if y'all haven't heard of Guap Coin, right? So I think we talked about a little bit last episode about how we need like our own platforms for trading NFTs. But I was like, yo, like we should have our own crypto, right? Or our own form of currency, right? I think I've said that before. And it's like, yo, like if black people had their own currency, like we'd be killing it. You know what I'm saying? With our spending power. So this is it, right? In the crypto space, it's the Guap Coin. And I'm gonna read their mission statement, right? And they said Guap Coin is a cryptocurrency created to amplify the economic voice of the black community. Knowing the full impact of our spending will motivate and inspire us to concentrate our money within our communities using blockchain, right? We've been talking a lot about blockchain technology. You know, this stuff is revolutionary. Using the blockchain as a tool to empower our voice to unify us with a decentralized alternative to a financial system that is not a benefit to us collectively is one of the most revolutionary acts we can do in these times. So
I think that's huge.
Yeah, that's like the black crypto. You know what I'm saying? So
I
just want to invest in it because you feel me, like
just because, man. I think that's that's important that we even starting out this early because we still dealing with a lot of just bank issues. A lot of some black people still don't even have bank accounts, which is crazy because of
money in their mattresses and stuff.
Redlining a lot of instances where people just don't have those resources available to them always. So I feel like the Guap Coin, that's crazy. I'm not an advocate for it yet. I still gotta look into it, but I think that's something great, at least for us to start out. I know people are making coins every day and they popping up every day now, but still having something for us that we can use as a group collectively would be huge, and to move around our money and our currency, that's big. We need something like that one.
For sure. And like it would be cool, like if let's say we stuck to it, right? Let's say Guap Coin is like, is valid, right? Let's say we stuck to it. Let's say like, yo, we only trading in Guap Coin. Like that'd be crazy.
Yeah.
You know how mad they would be?
Yeah. Or exactly, Guap Coin.
You know how mad they would be? Like nah, if you don't got Guap Coin, you can't come buy with us. Imagine that. Can't buy. And if they want to buy with us, guess what they gonna do? They're gonna get Guap Coin.
Yeah, they have to invest into our system. That'd be crazy.
That's what they do to us, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yes, you know what you're saying.
That'd be revolutionary. But hey, you say you had like a story, right? That you got about crypto. You want to share them news story you found?
Yeah. So basically, it's another cryptocurrency. It's called SafeMoon. SafeMoon is a relatively new cryptocurrency token launched 2 months ago, early March. It works by charging a 10% fee on each transaction, some of which are redistributed to others who hold the token. So this is one of those other ones where another cryptocurrency, that's starting to blow up. I think they did some numbers a couple days ago. Yeah, the price jumped 45% in over 24 hours on Thursday, May 6th. So this is another one of those currencies that's super popular right now that people can, call kind of that meme crypto right there with Dogecoin. So right now in the news, we're hearing a lot about Bitcoin, Dogecoin, and SafeMoon. I believe those are like the three that everybody's kind of like starting on. SafeMoon is kind of still in its early stages, still super cheap. So people are saying, hey, what will it hurt if you do join? if you do get some Safe Moon. I know I have people that I know talk about, buy some Safe Moon, and I'm seeing a lot of
I've
Safe
seen it
Moon,
too.
advertisements on my Twitter. Like we
Oh,
said at
for
the
sure.
beginning of this podcast, you cannot escape the cryptocurrency advertisements. Like it's either Safe Moon, Dogecoin, or Bitcoin. No, like you can't escape from them. Either somebody's talking about it or they have their own actual advertisements.
Yeah, for real. I've been seeing it all over like Instagram too. Like, shout out to Ben X, brother
Yeah,
Ben X.
yeah, they're
Brother out
going
there in
crazy.
Texas.
Yeah,
But yeah, Ben X was talking a lot about it like weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? And
and
I
people,
didn't I didn't really look much into it, but
yeah,
I'm going to now.
people are in his comments, talking crazy because they mad because he put some money into Dogecoin and he put some money in the Safe Moon, and you can see it. People are like, oh, you're messing up. This is bad investment. And I think I watched like a conference by it was like a Yahoo conference, but it had Warren Buffett and some older white guy that makes billions of dollars. I don't know
Mhm.
their names, but they were basically talking about how this meme currency is like a big gamble, and people are still taking those risks. I mean, sometimes you risk it, especially in times right now. I don't think that's what people in either the stock markets or people who's been dealing with cryptocurrency before the pandemic, people's backs are against the wall. People are either gonna throw all their money into cryptocurrency and hopefully make a huge win, or they pull out soon enough before they start taking a huge loss. I mean, I feel like that's where they're at right now. A lot of people are at is, hey, what do I have to lose if I throw in $1,000 into this meme coin, so to say? And what do I have to lose if I lose $1,000? I'm already kind of back against the wall and down on my luck. So hearing that from billionaires saying like, hey, this is a joke. Y'all are gambling. Y'all are playing casino. This isn't how it's supposed to go. Part of me is like, okay, they just kind of hating on the average citizen who is now, making some money off of things that they would make money off of regardless. We're getting a piece of the pie, some piece of something that a lot of the 1% or the wealthier get to hold on to. So it's changing the game, and it's making a lot of folks mad, but it's making a lot of folks, make some money out here. But what everybody is kind of looking at and looking for.
Yeah, for sure. And like with that too, like I'd say like yeah, for sure they are correct. Like we're talking about these coins. There's like especially like doggy coin and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
They can just make as many as they want.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? There's no value to it. So it's definitely a gamble. And even like people like Warren Buffett, like when he was making money, like he's known for like stock market in particular,
Yeah.
right? But building wealth is like a long-term thing. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like I feel like a lot of us are just used to flipping stuff, making fast money. But if you want to be wealthy, fast money is really not the way.
Mm-hmm.
Like there may be a couple examples you can give, like a Bitcoin millionaire or somebody got rich off this, or you know what I'm saying. But on average, wealth is built gradually. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Whether you invest in real estate, stocks, like you have to put it in time because time is one of our biggest assets. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely it's a marathon. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? It's not a 100-meter dash. You know what I'm saying? It's a marathon, right?
Yeah.
This is something you got to stick with, and something you got to really just constantly put time in, right? It's not going to be you going to get rich in a day. You might
Yeah.
as well play the lottery if you think that. You know what I'm saying?
But I think this is giving people better numbers than the lottery. The meme
Oh,
coin, this is
for
giving
sure.
people way better numbers than the lottery because I know you're gonna give your stat, but people are putting little to nothing and coming out with a lot. And of course, this isn't perceived to be a long time investment or a long term investment. But if you riding the wave right now, I mean, if you're riding the wave right now, you're up. You're okay. You're doing fine for yourself currently in this moment. Of course, it's like they said. This isn't something that's long term, or we don't know how long it's gonna go for. But you can definitely make your money, and you can make some good money in a short amount of time. So I'm gonna congratulate those folks who got that, but I'm gonna definitely try to look up on it and learn more about how cryptocurrencies work, especially with meme currencies. I might not get into the Dogecoin or anything like that. I might just stay safe with Bitcoin and keep it pushing. But shout out to those who's making money off of it. Cannot lie.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. But yeah, like I said, just be careful because like you can lose it all if you don't research what you're
Facts.
doing. You
Nope.
know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like you put all your eggs in one basket, or you think you're gonna get rich in one day. The statistic, men lie, women lie, but numbers don't.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like the whole rich in a day, get rich quick scheme is just it's not as I don't know, it's not as valid or it's not like as good as just long term consistent investments. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that's how people get wealthy.
But I
Um,
think that goes to, like I was saying earlier, like us dealing with a pandemic, and then also a lot of young people are starting to kind of get into this, and that's the whole thing. I feel like the mentality with younger people is that get rich quick type of thing, because we've seen people who've grinded and worked for it be rich in a time where we can finally understand finances and things like that. I think that plays another part into why everybody is kind of going crazy. They're like, hey, this is opportunity for that. But I definitely agree with you. But I think it's just a mentality that people just have in general. The whole, I don't really want to work for it. I'd rather throw my money somewhere. If I lose it, I lose it. And if I don't lose it, I'm okay. I come up some. I think they're taking that approach, if anything. But you can get into your story that you had, your news story that you had, because I think that's gives some
oh
great
yeah, so
great perspective on it.
yeah, I found like a little story. And it's kind of like a little fact. So it was about Dogecoin, right, and what it's been doing, which we kind of discussed. But so check this out, right? So we're gonna talk about if you would have put $1,000 in Dogecoin.
Mm-hmm.
So in January 1st, 2021, right? The price was like less than a cent per coin. So if you would have put $1,000 in Dogecoin on January 1st, um, it would be worth like right now about $121,000, $121,052
Mm-hmm.
at Wednesday's high of 69 cents, and that'd be a gain of more than 12,000% according to CNBC calculations, which is crazy. Like
That's just $1,000.
I mean, it seems like a 1,000. It's a good little chunk of
That's a
bread,
chunk.
but it's kind of like, I mean, think about it from like January until now. Now, some people might have got impatient and took their money out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they don't understand investing. But imagine just that $1,000 investment, and then now you could have like $121,052. Like that's crazy.
That is crazy. That is very crazy. Whew. That's a
Like
crazy investment.
that could be one of us if we do our
Yeah.
if we do the right research. You feel
Yeah.
me?
I was just gonna say, we talking a lot about crypto, but I want people not to just focus, of course, learn about crypto, but we're trying to inform our people about crypto so we're not left behind the curve. We want to either be right on time for that train, but we do not want to fall behind. This is one of those instances where we can get left behind. Same with NFTs. This is why we're doing these topics now, because as long as it's currently in the news and we want to stay up to date. Of course, big crazes, big memes, and memes is going on, the meme coins, whatever. But the actual cryptocurrency, man, we want to make sure that we're ahead of the curve or riding that wave or right on time to punch our ticket to get on that train so that we're there, to actually be players later on down the road. Because we've seen what happened with the banks, and the banks still do it. But now the banks are getting taken away. And so now it's just us connected to currency. So now, that's why I said I want us to be ahead and be right on time for it, because now it's connecting our money. You can see your money. You can see what your money is doing. Your money doesn't have to be susceptible to inflation. You can put it in places where it will grow and have an amazing return on it. I think they said Bitcoin gave you like a 7% return or something like that after like 1 year, something crazy like that I seen. But
That's more, well, that's a little less than the stock market, but yeah,
yeah, yeah.
that's still good. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, that's still good. But that's more than a bank is giving you on a return.
Yeah,
So
they're not giving you nothing. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah,
Some of them, it's like if you have a good savings account, you might get some money. I don't know, but a lot of savings accounts, you ain't getting nothing.
Yes.
You know what
So
I'm saying? For you for you, and when you put it in the bank, like you are letting them use your money, because banks, like, they don't just take your money and it's just there. Like, you don't have like a
yeah,
little, like a locker, and it's just your money. Nah, they're taking your money and they're investing it, making more money. And then by the time you come, they'll be able to give you money no problem. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause they've
yeah.
been investing and flipping it. You feel
That's
me?
why
But
that's why you can put $1,000 into the bank. The next day you come back, you can only take out about 250 out of the ATM or something like that. They cap you
right?
out or something. They don't let you take out
Yeah,
all your money because they're using
yeah,
it
you
for
can't take it
other
all.
purposes. So this is why we wanted to bring that information though. Make sure that you let your grandparents know. You letting your younger siblings know, your nieces and nephews, your auntie and uncles know about cryptocurrency, even if they don't understand it. Put them on to podcasts like these, or inform them about, get you give them some information about cryptocurrencies, because this is huge, and the numbers that people are doing, even with Bitcoin, or what's the other one, Ethereum,
Stellar, we talked about.
Stellar, we talked
Yeah,
about. These are top three. So just moving forward, you know, replicate what made other people successful. We replicate what the businesses are doing as well. Even if we don't understand it fully, we see big companies putting money into Bitcoin, and there's a reason why. That's why we need to follow these companies. Last week when we were talking about NFTs, these large companies are investing into NFTs. There's a reason why. We need to be following suit. There needs to be the repetition and the replication of what they're doing for us to make money and to continue with other people, so we're not left behind in this next generation with cryptocurrency.
100. All right. Anything else you want to say?
Nah, man. I don't, are we closing out the episode? We good?
Yeah, and let's see, got something else. Well, I know one thing. So maybe y'all can give us some feedback, right? We're thinking about
Yeah.
doing the episode, and Sam wants to invest some
Oh
money.
yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah,
saying? Like
yeah,
he's like, okay, like I'm ready to invest some. So we might
yeah,
do an episode where we might show some of the picks, right? We might tell y'all some of the picks. We might update y'all on something.
yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? So
Yeah, let me give
or
them
or or. Hmm?
let me give them some of the juice we've been trying to cook up and brainstorm, man. Thinking about keeping the same format, giving the information, of course, to our people. Because that's the main thing that we're trying to do, is just bring information to y'all, and for y'all to learn and grow with us on our journey. That's really all it is. As we said in our first episode, we trying to make this a community, and we're gonna push harder. But we probably gonna switch up the format a little bit. Nothing too crazy, but I do want to start learning. I talk about it for the past four episodes about learning stock markets and cryptocurrency. So, this week I've been able to invest more time into studying. I'm a little bit behind the curve with some people, but I feel like I'm right on time, because this is a time where I want to gain knowledge, and that's the most dangerous time. So, when you sit there and you say you actually want to learn something, it's time to go. So,
Sure.
hopefully over the next couple weeks, um, I have more information on where I want to put my money. Understanding the stock markets is first, and then also understanding cryptocurrencies. So that's going to be the new thing. It's probably going to be more likely updates each week on what I'm doing, and what I'm investing in and where I'm putting my money at. And I want you guys to join me as well. If there is somebody out there that don't really understand cryptos, I'll come on here and update people, give a fact or two about what I learned, and also where I'm putting some of my funds at. And I hope some of y'all can either follow me or be inspired or be motivated to start this journey into learning and understanding, because that's the first part. Some I learned just this week is that, the the higher ups, the people who are making this money and who work in the stock markets and who deal with cryptocurrencies, they don't want the average person to understand what's going on. That's how they keep the poor. That's how they keep us divided, because there are real ways to make money out here other than having physical labor. So that's something that we're gonna start doing. Hopefully starting next week. So think that's
Sure.
big. Thanks for reminding me too, because
Yeah.
I definitely was gonna forget about that. But that is something that I'm doing, man. It's time to get a roll on things, and hopefully by y'all seeing my journey, seeing my growth, um, somebody else will either follow suit or start their journey with me too. We just trying to learn. I'm just trying to learn, man. I don't understand
Right.
everything. I'm just trying to learn so I can be in the same ball game with everybody else. Also, shout out to Stack ATL,
Okay,
black owned
I like
companies.
that.
Yeah, Stack ATL, black owned company. Shout out to them as well. Go support. But yeah,
Yes, sir.
that's it. For us, man. Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode. The envelope pushers, man. Keep on pushing. It's been Sam, and
Man, Yatta.
peace out.
Peace.